Alright, what is going on, dudes? My name is N00b, and welcome back to another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This battle basically explains why you don't be an uber noob. Basically, that's what I'm saying here. So here I have a kind of a random OU team I threw together. I have my Furfu and Driftblim, and my Uxie, which are NU, my Milotic, which is UU, and my Latias and Rotom Wash, which are OU. And this guy's got all Ubers, except for that Shaman. I don't know what tier it is, but yes. So this is kind of a funny battle. I was laughing a lot. So, you'll see this is a pretty good ending. Anyways, I'm going to lead out with my Furfro, because I actually expected the Darkrai lead to start Dark Void. So he ends up sending in that Giratina. Now, what I go here for is the Sucker Punch, expecting him to hit me with something. I didn't know what he was going to throw at me. He ends up going for the Shadow Force. Now, I'm a normal type, and Ghost type attacks don't affect normal types. So I go for a U-turn because I don't want to waste any of the power points and the rest of any of my other moves. So I decided to go for the Toxic now to poison this thing to get some residual damage, because this thing is a bulky thing and it's hard to take down. So it's gonna go for Aura Sphere, and I'm scared it's gonna hurt. And it doesn't even do over half. Like, what is this guy doing? So it's very hilarious what's going on here. So on this turn, I go for a U-turn because I don't want to stay in. Even though I can live cleanly another Aura Sphere, I don't want to take another. So I'm gonna switch out here, and predicting again the Aura Sphere, I'm going to go into my Latias. Now, the Aura Sphere is going to hit me, and it's going to predictably do absolutely nothing. So, and he's still getting hurt by the poison, and he doesn't think anything of it. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse, Life Orb Dragon Pulse, with a... This is actually an defensive aid, I think. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's got, Defog on it, so it's like my... It's kind of a spinner, which I've actually built a team now that I have a spinner on it, but you won't see that in any of the Wi-Fi battles for a while. So, anyways, I'm going to go with the Dragon Pulse on this Arceus, and I'm expecting this to hurt. It doesn't kill me. And I really don't want my Latias to faint here, so I'm going to switch out, and I'm, again, predicting the Ice Beam. I'm just going to go into Kate Upton, who will take this Ice Beam like a boss. So, yeah, I get hit with Ice Beam. It does, like, absolutely nothing. I was like, if you got Freeze Hacks, I'd be very, very pissed. But he did not get the Freeze Hacks. So, he's gonna go for Judgment. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what does Judgment do? I still don't actually know. I haven't looked it up. But, it didn't do very much. Which shows me it's a physical move, because I have really good physical defense. So I go for the Scald, and I'm just hoping for the burn, and I get the burn. Which means the burn is going to take it down to a point where another Scald plus burn, or just another Scald, will take the thing down. So, this guy's not playing super well, and he finally decides to go for the Energy Ball, which doesn't do very much. This battle is just hilarious. So the Scald gets him down to the point where the burn is going to take the thing out. And it's kind of funny that he doesn't have any kind of plate to make this Arceus better. Even though it isn't. So next he sends out the Shaman, obviously, because I have a water type out here, and he's gonna go for the Energy Ball. I'm wondering if I can live it, and I cleanly lived that with a little bit of HP. I either go for the Recover, or, yeah, I go for the Recover, expecting the Energy Ball. The Recover is going to get me up to a nice amount of health, and I'm just going to switch out, I believe, because I do not want to take another Energy Ball, because another Energy Ball will not be very good. So, I'm going to switch out here, and I believe that I will go into, yeah, I'm going into my Uxie to, probably set up some hazards and take a couple attacks, because my Uxie is bulky as balls. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, as my leftovers gets me a little more HP, what I'm going to start doing is he's going to give a Leech Seed, which he misses. It's really funny. I'm going to set up my rocks to get some residual damage on anything else that comes in. So, or not residual damage, but entry hazard damage on what comes in. Jadek just messaged me on Skype. So I'm gonna go for the T-Wave, and I'm gonna paralyze this thing so it doesn't do very much. And now it's paralyzed, and I'm just getting the leftovers, sitting here all comfy cozy, and he's gonna get his leftovers back again. And what I believe that I do is I start attacking, or do I, yeah, I switch, that's what I thought. Okay, so, I go for the U-turn, gonna get out of there, which it does a decent chunk, actually. It being a bug type move and all, so it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna send back in Fluffball, and I know that it can pretty much live whatever, so it gets hit with the Air Slash, doesn't do very much damage. And I'm going to go for the return here, because return is by far my most powerful move I have on this, because of the max happiness, and it being a stab normal type, and it still doesn't do very much. So this Shaman is very bulky. So, I don't want to, take another energy ball, because I'm scared it will kill me, and I believe that I go, no, I do, I stay in. I don't know why I stayed in. Maybe hoping for the Parahacks or something like that. To be honest, I probably should have switched there. But he goes for the Synthesis anyway, getting a bunch of health back. And, I know that now I can live another energy ball. So, I want to see that I U-turn. Yeah, I U-turn out to get some extra damage on that Shaman. And to get out of there so I can switch into something that'll do better, in the long run. Which I end up sending in my Chandelure. No, I don't. I didn't bring Chandelure. I'm smart. I bring in my Blimp, who's going to take his energy ball like a boss. And, is gonna get, her Burn Orb. So, I'm just Shadow Ball, and I'm gonna wreck this thing, and the Shaman's down. So, right now, I have not lost a Pokemon. So, it's like, it's either, I think it's 6-3, I wanna say. So, yeah. Next, he's gonna go into that Darkrai. Now, this is the only Pokemon I was scared about on his team. And the funny thing is, he can't even do anything. And right here, this is kind of the funniest thing. So I'm going to give it the Burn Orb, or the Flame Orb. I always call it the Burn Orb because it gives you the burn. I give him the Flame Orb so he'll get burned. But he tries to go for the Dark Void, and it misses anyway. But it's also the fact is that I'm burned so I can't be put to sleep. So I'm going to T-Bolt this thing. It's going to go for Dark Void again. And again, it doesn't affect me because I'm already burned. So I'm just going to hit this thing with a second Thunderbolt and knock out the Darkrai, which, yeah, is pretty freaking awesome. Oh, man. So, basically, I'm just going to stay in here on whatever he sends in next, which ends up being the Palkia. And, so I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball just to do as much damage as I can to this thing, because, I know that Blimp, I don't really have anything that I want to just send in on the Spatial Rend or the Hydro Pump or whatever this thing decides to throw at me. So I'm going to stay in. He misses his first Spatial Rend, which is really funny. I go for another Shadow Ball, which is going to do a ton of damage to this thing. Almost kills it. I got max damage, or, it's probably about the same. I don't know. I didn't really calculate or anything. But the Spatial Rend hits me, and I am out for the count. That's my first Pokemon down, and the battle's almost over. I'll tell you that much. So, I send in Maytag. I'm just going to go with the Volt Switch and kill the thing, and just send in another Pokemon. I didn't want to risk missing the Hydro Pump. I just wanted this thing to go down. So, pretty cool. So, I end up, I think, sending in my Furfrou, I want to say. Nope, I end up sending in my Uxie to basically stall out his last Pokemon, which is the Dialga. So, pretty much this battle's going well. It's 5-1, and, so next he sends in the Dialga. What I'm going to do right off the bat is I'm going to, when he attacks me, I'm going to just go for the Thunder Wave. He's going to go for Roar of Time, which he misses. It's really funny. And I'm going to go for the T-Wave, and I'm going to paralyze the thing. And, the next turn, he's also going to go for, I'm just going to start Psychicking, because I really can't do much else. I don't really want to switch anything in, because I don't, have that much on this team that I'd be able to take on this Dialga. So I'm just going to keep using Psychic, and he's going to go for Roar of Time, which is going to hit me, and it's just going to do barely over half. So, it may not even have done half, but because of what I was down on. So, I'm just going to go for Psychic, and he has to recharge, so he can't do anything this turn. And, basically, what he does, is forfeit. So I win the match. I would have won 5-1, most likely. I did have my Latias, which I would have wanted to send in on a safe switch. I didn't want it to take, didn't want it to take a roar of time or anything like that. So I win the battle. It was pretty cool. Basically, what this says, everybody, is do not be an uber noob. Because a team of OU Pokemon, which most of them are under OU, can defeat an entire squad of Ubers with losing only one Pokemon. So, pretty much, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And, yeah, just don't be an Uber noob, guys. Just don't be.